Hello and welcome, connoisseurs of Crusader Kings, friends of the channel and newcomers alike. We are here once again with King Ricat of Cornwall. We are on a hunt to try to convince our brother that we should be friends instead of enemies so that we can stave off a war between us. We want to deal with these guys that we have in our prison. So this guy is a doctor. Pretty sure we have a decent doctor already. We'll just send him away. Suppose we can do our walk while we do this. This guy. We didn't even check. Oh, he's... This guy. We will let go. Just pause for a second here. Pause for a second here. Let's see. Let's let this guy go. This guy's an 11, so we'll recruit him because he might make a good knight. This guy is a 17 and he's loyal. Let's recruit him because I think he'll make a good knight. And then we have this guy who's a 10. Let's recruit him. Okay. Just as the hunt is starting, we probably should set a Master of the Hunt because I don't think we have one because our Master of the Hunt died recently. Let me see. Let me see. So both of these two are excellent. They're both treacherous villains. They're both about the same age. We also have this excellent guy and this excellent guy. Now, this guy, my court tutor, is the youngest. So I think we give it to our tutor here. I think he's probably with us on the hunt. I think that's why they showed the snow background. So we're out doing our falconry in the winter. All right, that's probably fine. That's probably fine. How long is it before this artifact breaks? Just to check it, so I know it's the Prydain sword. So the sword I kept for myself. 19 years. That's plenty. We have plenty of time to fix that. That may be longer than we live, unless we end up getting a whole of body. I mean, we're still fine at 53, so we've probably got a ways left to go. Soon. Okay. So we're getting our releases out. Our son has gained a learning skill from our pedagogy. And I'm kind of very excited about this. Apparently my wife is here. We finally gained communal government, so we're going to take battlements yet. Usually I don't separate these unless I have 80% or higher, but in this case I need battlements way more than I need art saddles, so we're just going to separate them. Once this learning perk comes through, we'll get some more points from scholarly circles. Oof. There's still this war. Who's this? This is a war up here. I remember originally thinking that he had this handled. I don't know if that's the case anymore. He's probably not going to be happy about the fact that we're not really participating. 56 days. Our brothers are both here. Let's get out there. So we're going to go after a grouse. 44% chance of success. Okay. So this is the friendly event. We have to pick one of these. There's nothing better than a good hunt. He is not a hunter. Oh, shit. Okay. The gods are with me today because I clearly, if you can't tell, clicked that without finishing reading all of them. For some reason, I clicked through instead of moving my mouse. We have become friends with our brother. I am now friends with Kingdom Narth, which means that I have convinced him that his feud with us was futile and foolish, and that he should permanently put it aside. And I am now satisfied and can live in comfort with the idea that he will not attempt to murder me again. That's actually a huge relief, because I like that way, way better than the war outcome. Right, so we have found these poachers. We can do the excellent bowman one. It increases our chance, decreases our chance slightly. Gives us Venator experience, which we'll probably never make use of. We can steal their catch, 50% chance. Yeah, that's not worth it. We can throw them out of here, in which case our wife gets upset because we let the poachers go. The only alternative is to punish them. We're forgiving. We let them go. At the expense of our wife's slight unhappiness, we let them go because we're forgiving. Not forgiving. We're not forgiving. I just feel forgiving because of what just happened with my brother. We're actually honest. Trusting. The trade is trusting. We're trusting. That's fine. I still think we probably would have trusted that they could mend their ways. So we're going to fly, little one. Go! Fly, little one! Fly! This has already been a successful hunt. We succeeding at this point. After disappearing into the wild, my falcon screeching and screaming out in great distress, I sprint to its source and find my noble hunting bird's foot has been snatched up by a hideous wolf. Oh, we've had such problems with wolves. Wolves are like a bad omen for us. This fight isn't going well for my dear falcon. I do love my birds, but I'm not gonna fight a wolf. Like, there's just no way I would fight a wolf. So I like this because it's not fighting a wolf. Our falcon has a 25% chance of escaping unharmed, a 75% chance of dying. I can pay 145 gold to increase the chance slightly by getting somebody else's. We're going to have to just not interfere. Well, poor bird. But the purpose of this hunt was not necessarily to succeed. The purpose of this hunt was to become friends with our brother, which we have done. Let's leave this adventure behind us. Yes, that seems about right. We gained some prestige. We are closer with everybody who was involved, and most important of all, we are now friends with Dumnareth. That has also thresholded us over into Exalted Among Men. We are now working on the ultimate goal of becoming a living legend. Well, one of his personal ultimate goals, not the ultimate goal of the series, of course. That hasn't changed. That is building Oxford University. How is this doing? How close are we? 75% exactly. All right. The Pope has just offered us money, and we're going to take scholarly circles here. I think at this time, we're just going to work down whole of body and then maybe switch over to here. I think, because I really want Ricat to live until the process is finished. Normally I wouldn't chase, that's not true. I actually chase whole of body a lot of times when I start a character late. Problem with whole of body is that it makes your heir pretty old when he takes over. But that's not so bad, I don't think. We will hopefully want to participate in deciding who is the guardian of our grandson. We finished the increase control task here. So usually do we have others to do? Oh, Buckingham. We could help them out with that, but I don't think so. That's not really our responsibility. So usually I do train commanders. We could alternatively do... We could do this for the extra money. You know, we could do this for the extra money. I think this is what we're going to do right now. We're going to stay on organized levies for the extra money. All right. All right. So there is going to be no war. Instead, there's going to be a time of gracious development. And gracious development for Ricat means it's time to do that tour that we said we were going to do. So we are going to do a grand tour. We're going to do another taxation tour because they're usually a good idea, especially when you're a world traveler like me who has a lot of places still to go. Okay, this 17-year-old Duchess is betrothed to this person here. They are a Rhinelander. That's interesting. All right. Can't say that's a good choice or a bad choice, just can say that it is interesting to me. But did we miss her? We accidentally clicked her off. I'd rather do her first, to be honest. I don't have any place I can really reach to during this, so we'll just continue from here. We don't need to raise this by any more. I would like to do this tour for recreation. I think we have a bit, like a little bit of stress right now. You know, I've been skipping the customize lately, but I think this is going to be a fast one, so we'll just do this quick. So this, we just click here to skip that. And then once we leave on the way into Kent, we also need to go north here, so we stay above the forest. Leaving Kent, we need to go here, so we go below the forest. And then leaving Hampshire, we can go to Reading, which will just take us straight back up. There we go. Nice, tight, quick tour. All right, I can't wait. Stressed down already. So this is the Anglo-Saxon Duchess. They've had some bad luck in their family. The last two potential kings, the last three potential dukes died. So, oh, did she? No, her brother didn't die. She seems to have taken it from him. Interesting. It's all the same to me. You know, I have no problem with her ruling. We're pretty used to women in charge here at this point. That's been a pretty consistent thing, not with our characters, but with people close to us. And our wife has run a duchy for basically since we've known her, since she was born, really. So we are doing a cultural festival. We don't want to fall asleep. Do we want to fall asleep? I'm just resting my eyes. We're here to relax, so we're not going to give ourselves stress unless we can help it. Our real hope is to make money and not to stress ourselves out. Right? Yes. So we've already got to a point where we were above what we were at when we started. So this is streets hang with tapestries, the smell of freshly cooked venison, the way Buckingham shines during this time of year. So we are going to a bonfire. All right, so it's either such a lovely celebration, in which case we gain a bunch of cultural acceptance. I'd lose a tiny bit of stress because we're an eager reveler. Or we can drink some wine. We can drink and forget. Yep. I mean, we are a drinking family. We don't actually need the stress down, but we'll still do it. This feels like the better choice. So far, we've gotten nothing to really help us with our taxation tour success, which is sad because we do want that to go up. Oh, it went up there on a random event right now. So we've reached tier 1. I cannot believe my eyes as Marie starts gesturing towards Duchess Eldgith. What is considered a highly offensive? What is hidden? Oh, this is one of the. This is the gesturing thing. Who is this? This is just a courtier. All right. I don't want to berate her. That's not my way, and I don't want to pay if I can help it. That's the whole point of being here. So I will try to calm things down socially, as is my usual methodology. It's time for tribute, and she has given me my tribute, which has increased the success of my tour in more ways than one. It's given me money, and it's raised up our chance of success. A visit to the Count's Arms. Every inn on the way is equally overpriced. It's difficult to not notice our entourage, and it's not like we're making a huge effort. Everyone stops talking the moment we walk in. There's only one man that approaches us, eager to join our table. Soon he starts talking as he stretches lazily, and it looks like he's not gonna stop anytime soon. And it was then that the Countess Gudgifu of East Sex and I became rivals. Better this than silence. Who is this guy? I don't really have much use of him. Oh, I increase my learning if I just listen to his story, so that's what we're gonna do. That's definitely us. What is this? They want a betrothal. Who is this? This is the king of Palabia. All right. This is his son. This is our youngest daughter, the one that we are training ourselves, the twin. I don't think this is a bad match for her. No, I don't think this is a bad match for her. He seems to be all right, at least so far. The father seems to be all right. Yeah, let's do it. I accept that betrothal proposition. I think that will be just fine for her. And we're riding our horse. And we visit our wife once again to ask for money. She does not look pleased. She doesn't look pleased. She's like, I'm pretty sure you're about to go on a really long trip really far away from here because you come asking for money. They're too good not to. So this is, what are we eating? Oh, candied figs. We're trying to we're becoming gluttonous on candied figs. All right, so there's a 0% chance we die. There is a 32% chance that we gain full of desserts. It's a small health boost. And a 40% chance we gain a stomach ache. You know, there is one thing out there that we have a tendency to take risks on consistently, and that is strange food. Ah, yes, we gained full of desserts. We are filled with dessert. We have gained another health benefit. Should increase the likelihood that we make it to whole of body because we just love eating strange food. It's that one thing. Food has been piled high once again this evening, and I've come to expect. However, the little pastries I've grown fond of seem to be absent. I turn to Queen Helga of Cornwall with a quizzical expression on my face. I know you expected more pastry, my king, but the cook assures me every last one went missing. Ah. Let's give it a shot. What a wonderful way to wake up. My wife has once again decided that she's going to give us wine. This has become a 2-time event. She gave us wine last time. I like the fact that the rewards from her have consistently not been her in my bed, because that probably happens anyway. I follow the trail of crumbs and splotches of sauce and grease all the way down the corridor until at last I locate the culprit. I enter a bedroom and find Anton sitting alone with the entire pile of pastries at his side. Oh, my king, I was about to bring the pastries to you, of course, but you see, you're always gone by the time it's my turn to eat, so I thought I would sneak one or two first. Pray, do not tell a soul of this. I just straight up believe him. I'll never tell a soul. Of course I know. We both love the pastries, and I believe you when you tell me that you didn't steal them. You just wanted to get some first. And I'm sure that if I hadn't chased you to your room, there would have been pastries for me later. All right. One of our knights has increased his skill. One of our alliances died because somebody has died. I've been enjoying my time here, but I cannot help but notice I have feasted and I usually let this one go because it seems crazy to me that I'm complaining about the fact that she's feeding me feasts when I come to visit her. It's time for tribute. Last time she refused. She did not refuse this time. The den of sin. I'm stirred awake from my midnight slumber. I hear the cheers of revelry and merriment slowly approaching me from behind. Leofuaru appears, her breath rank with the stench of mead. By God, there is a wonderful den of sin just a few minutes away, my king. We must stay here a while and make ourselves stupid with merriment. Oh, drinking binge? So the diligent... What does this do? I think we're gonna let this booze pass. We've been boozing a lot, and it's making us a little uncomfortable about the whole concept of us becoming alcoholics, like so many members of our family have in the past. And here we are. We are in our distant cousin's territory now. He does not look mad at me like my wife did. He does look a little skeptical, though. As soon as I lay my eyes on Tuddy, I catch my breath. It is as if God himself blessed Tuddy with the beauty of 1,000, and time itself stops as I take in his delicate features. Such a beauty is wasted on this peasant rabble. I must simply have him in my court. I mean, he's actually not any more beautiful than you, so he's not more beautiful than your son. I mean, your daughters haven't really got that lucky. Your other son is strong. That's pretty good. Yeah, actually, only your first... Oh, no, this daughter is beautiful. Oh, this son is lusty. I love your wonderful beard, my son. Okay, so she's beautiful. The twins, I don't think either of the twins are beautiful. No, but that's all right. This is silly. This is silly, friends. You know what the definition of silly is? This is the definition of silly. So we're just gonna pass this up and continue with the feast. We've almost capped it, which means if he doesn't turn... Oh, we did cap it. Never mind, even if he turns us down, we will have capped this. And we'll get the full bonus, which is great because it helps raise our renown. All right, so this is my son's daughter. She's also perfect. What unbelievable luck they've had with kids. A perfect daughter and a perfect son. If this was a different style of CK3 game, I think everybody knows what would happen now. But this is not that kind of CK3 game. We role play here. And wow, that's just so lucky. I mean, it's not a very small chance, but it's not a huge chance that that happens. Isolt. Camilla, I think we're going to call her Camilla. That's a great name. One we haven't seen so far in the family either. Oh, he wants to play chess with me, which of course we will always do because it has such a high chance of improving our chance to become friends with people. And we're going to use our thinking, because thinking is the one thing that we are better at than other people, which means we often win when we use our thinking. We're going to take our 99% chance to increase our chance of becoming friends with him. So we are closer to being his friend now. Still got that skeptical look on his face. We've made tons and tons of money, which means we're easily going to be able to fund our trip to Jerusalem and develop the kingdom, which is what we were hoping for. Let's just close this. This evening I am next to Duke Gerdrick's Knight K, watching as he sighs into his plate with longing. Okay, this is he wants to leave and come with me. No, you know, no. I'd rather we can become friends, but you're not coming with me. It's time for tribute. He refused. That's okay. That's okay. We are just going to pardon you because, as always, we are going to trust that when you tell us you don't have enough money, that you actually don't have enough money. Wait, that's not what we want to click on at all. I am fat fingering every button that exists. It's fine. So we are now traveling home, and we are home. All right. So we have got quite a lot done today, and there's still time left. We're almost at the top of development here. One of the great things about this is I think we did this soon enough to get the development overlap. Yes, we have a plus 60 from Magnificent Liege. So we did do this soon enough to get the development overlap. That's really, really good. Like, really, really good. Hopefully. I mean, I'm pretty certain now we're going to make it. I'm pretty certain now we're going to make it. Let's look to see what our learning thing is at now. It is at 84%. We want to get battlements first. It's more important than art saddles is, so just make sure that it is on that. We should get this in 15 years. I'm very sure we'll be alive in 15 years. Maybe not in 18 unless we do a whole of body, but as I said, that's very likely at this point. So we have plenty of money. I think we're gonna need, let's say we need about $400, $500 gold to make it to Jerusalem. So let's just assume we're gonna spend the rest of that. Let's go up here. Wiltshire is now done. It has all of its spots developed. Oxford, though, needs a church here, so we will construct that temple. Good. That means that probably... Let's see. Let's look at the buildings that we haven't finished. I don't think we finished the buildings here. No, so we'll build these tents. I think we finished all of our buildings here. All of those buildings. All of those buildings. All of those buildings. And that's everything that we personally control currently. So, yeah, I think we've pretty much gotten to where we can on basic development. Let's look at our men-at-arms here. I'm thinking it might finally be time to delete one of these and replace it with longbowmen. I mean, it's still early enough that the longbowmen aren't that much better. Like, the longbowmen... they're not stationed in as good a spot. So we should sort that out. Because that's a bit of a thing. The longbowmen definitely should be at the best location. So let's do that. Place our longbowmen at the place with the highest amount of bonus. That's here. And then place the unplaced bowmen at the place with the next highest bonus, which is here. Good. So the base amount for these is actually the best way to look for. I can't create them, but I can look at them here. So let's go here. Huscarls, retinue vanguard. This is because we have the high rank accolade. It's 45-35. How are they compared to our Huscarls? They're better than the Huscarls. Except the Huscarls have the screen, which makes them really nice. We were looking at longbowmen. Longbowmen are 3110 and bowmen are 2810. So they're barely better enough to be worth it. I don't want to spend the money on that. Not right now. That's not for the best. If we build another Oof. It could be running during this. It could be running during this. There's no point not to run during this. We could build this. This is the last building in a territory that we control that we haven't built. We could also come down here. Could help our wife out. Right, we can't build these for her because she... I would have assumed that I couldn't do it because I didn't think Anglo-Saxon had... they must have city planning now. Do we want to put a city here? I mean, our heir will get this, right? Let's do it. Okay, the beating. So our daughter has been beaten by someone. So this is, she keeps shy, or we give her paranoid. I mean, it does bring us closer to becoming friends. Accepting the fact that she's shy, I think, is perfectly reasonable. So we'll let her keep shy. We should be seeing the last event for her brother soon then, which is pretty good. So we have thresholded this to 26. That is so high. That's pretty high, you know. Still getting 22.7 per month. That's pretty good too. A sacred text. So she is telling me that she has found a worthwhile book artifact. I'm gonna trust her. This is the fine book about books. So we've got the bibliomancy thing. Okay, that's a pretty cool event. We want to look at this book though, because we want to see if this book, we've gotten so few. In fact, we've gotten no books. It is a court artifact book. It just literally is. Interesting. That's cool. Because we've been wanting one of those. And it's just a free learning forever. And monthly learning eggs. What a good book for us. That's great. We probably spend a lot of time walking over here to look at this book. Maybe we could even put it closer to ourselves. Here. Where it makes more sense that we would wander over and look at it more. There we go. That's a perfect place for that book. out of here. The temptation is overwhelming, so we are going to try to understand this whole bibliomancy thing. Okay. Fear is the death that brings total obliteration. Fascinating. This requires further research. So we are trying to figure out what the quote, fear is the mind killer, a coward dies 1,000 tiny deaths, yet a valiant man dies but once. Yeah, we know this. This is in our heart. We've died 1,000 deaths. We thought we would never be able to forgive our brother. We're constantly terrified of everything that happens. We're always having to fight against it just to be the kind of person we imagine that we should be. Yeah, we get this. But I think we should try to see to the degree to which we can overcome it. Oh. So we are reassured that if we can fight our fear, we will one day be free of it. All right. Let's just take mental resilience. I think that's a pretty good perk to represent what has come to us from that. And that is just straight down the middle, the whole of body. Ah. Things are going really, really good for us. And I think I'm going to end this episode there. A whole lot happened. We did our next tour. We basically have enough money to do another pilgrimage. We'll probably have to wait a couple of months. We built up a whole bunch of new things, including something in our wife's territory and a new holding up here in Oxfordshire. I think that's pretty good. I think we did well. And we don't have to go to war with our brother. I think we also, after we go on our next tour, we should have a feast, because I think that it's rather tragic that we are not friends with Leo. So I think we're gonna have a feast and make it an attempt to become friends with Leo when we come back. And with that, we're gonna put an end to this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you the next time we're here with King Ricat as he tries to use his words and his mind to maintain the alliance between himself and his two brothers here in Grand Cornwall. Goodbye for now.